Hello and welcome everyone to episode 232 of One Piece at a Time, the One Piece read-through podcast where we read and discuss 5 chapters of the One Piece manga each and every week. I'm your host, Derrick Bittner, and I'm joined by my wonderful co-host and freelance letterer, Brandon Bovia. How you doing, Brandon?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm, of course, Brandon Bovia, freelance letterer extraordinaire, and man, if you thought I was excited about Egghead last week...
This arc is insane. There is no breaks on this. It's like there's been no, like, usually it feels like there's breathing room, and there was that in the build-up, but far less than you'd expect because, holy crap, we are in it, and the implications of what's coming has me really excited because, I'll be honest, wasn't sure. I was, like, thinking kind of standard first, but I think I've realized what Egghead might be as an arc, and I'm kind of excited for it because it's so different from what's come before.
Yeah, I'm curious what you mean by that.
By that I mean, I think this is a siege arc where it's rather than them being on the offensive, they're on the defensive the entire time because by the end of this set, they're holed up in the labo phase, and here's the government trying to get to them. Yeah, that's so different. It's like, especially to have it be Lucci there, have it be the complete opposite of what it was like for Enies Lobby.
He's the one invading this time.
Yeah, invading and trying to take back a certain person, even though that person doesn't want to be taken back. That's a good twist if that's where Oda's going, which I think it feels like that's where he's going.
Yeah, at this point, we know Oda, his ability to escalate, right, is unmatched. And the fact that we are 10 chapters deep and we are starting with Rob Lucci.
I know. I thought Rob Lucci was the big bad of this whole set. No, I don't even know who it is. I suspect who it might be by the end of this, based off the again where this set ends. But did not see anything about him in the lead up to this. So this is just catching me completely off guard, and I kind of love it.
Yeah.
Oh God. So yeah, there's a lot to talk about here. So let's just get to it with chapter 1066. The Will of Ohara, which...
Oh, boy.
It started up and I'm like, what the hell? What are we doing here?
This is going to be one of those chapters.
Yes, indeed. And our cover story isn't even over yet because, hey, Germa's returning with Caesar. Let's see how this turns out, I guess.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, it's a good. It's sad to say, it's kind of a good spot for him.
Yeah, it is. And again, this, I don't know if it's. I can't tell you whether or not this is my favorite cover story, but it might be the most impressive cover story.
It feels like the most solidly put together, if that makes sense. It feels, especially that we took like a couple chapters to be like, oh yeah, Aokishi's here, by the way. Just kind of like off to the side. Like we're having like cover stories within cover stories now.
Aokiji's here, by the way. Pudding's been kidnapped. But by the way, here's Pudding on Blackbeard's ship now. And we'll see more of that involved with this, where the pacing of when Oda's revealing this stuff via the cover stories is really impressive.
Yeah, it really, like, I feel like as supplemental material, he's just kind of like, oh yeah, I'll just put this here. Like, for your information, by the way. It's very, very good. Very, very, very cool way of bits of storytelling.
Yeah, for sure. But let's get into the chapter itself with them, the Straw Hats freaking out. I was like, wait, the past used to be futuristic like this one? What? And it's like, no, it's only a theory. But there was once a man who gave his life for archaeology and brought that kingdom's existence to light. And that timeline matches up with the period in which a certain machine discovered elsewhere was originally produced. And Robin just locking in immediately is like, Would that machine happen to have been made during the Void Century?
Oh, yeah. And Shaka just says, how much do you know exactly? And oh boy, yeah. We're getting straight into it. I had to go back just to remember like what did we know? And that there's that the whole flashback in India's lobby of Professor Clover discovering kind of what happened. And it's just tying directly back into this. It's like, oh, Robin knows all of this already.
Yeah, those a good section of this. I don't think Clover ever revealed it to her, if memory serves. But
she heard it. She was present for that conversation.
Okay, yeah, and it's amazing how much more important of a character Clover becomes in these chapters. Clover was just sort of like, that's a funny archaeologist dude.
Guy. Yeah.
But I like here. I like the empathy that Vegapunk exudes throughout these chapters. Just by saying, I realize this may be painful for you to remember. Your hometown of O'Hara was leveled in the Navy's Buster Call 22 years ago, after all. But I suspect this is because O'Hara had discovered the existence of that particular kingdom, and then it's just launching straight into it. The Void Century, as it's called, is the history of a war between this extremely advanced civilization of the past and a group of 20 kingdoms. The 20 kingdoms won the war and later developed the world government, creating the world that we know today. And in order to ensure that the ideals of that ancient kingdom could not be passed down, they erased all traces of it from history. Which, it's funny, you sent over those pages from Clover, and this isn't exactly new, but it's far greater context. It was like more specific, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah. The idea that the idea that we knew that the world government had an enemy, right? And why else would they want to suppress this information? But sort of the idea that the way that it sort of emphasizes like a war, right? Is like there was a kingdom sort of like on the level of the world government almost, right? Like there was sort of the idea that there was something else that existed and that they didn't want anyone to know about this. I definitely think that it is sort of more about the context. And I that was chapter 395 when Clover was talking about all of this. So, just a smooth like 600 chapters ago.
Yeah, that's so freaking insane. Just when Oda decides to bring this stuff back, and
yes,
we don't get a name for that kingdom at all. But I like how O'Hara, like when you show me the pages, like, oh right, O'Hara was about to announce what that was to the
they were about to say the name, and they were like, kill him.
Yeah, and boy, that makes it's interesting looking back at old like the Five Elders of the past, where they didn't seem like they were in control, but they didn't seem that bad, and like, oh no, these guys are bastards.
Oh yeah. From the start,
yeah,
they're all about control. And we get all the Straw Hats, kind of reacting to the news, and first, Nami's horrified, and Frankie's like, "This sounds awesome." It's a tale packed with romance and mystery. And then Sanji's like, "Well, hang on a second, Vegapunk. Doesn't that mean that everybody who learned about this," and he says, "will be eliminated?" Yes. Like,
then
no!
why'd you tell us? He stops and he's like, "Nope, I gotta bash my head, and I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know anything. I didn't hear it."
Nope.
It's only a theory. But of course, he turns to Robin, and I just. But Nico Robin, if O'Hara was indeed wiped out over this theory, wouldn't that mean that the government has essentially admitted that it's true? And I like how how cautious Robin is when talking about this. It's
right, because she doesn't know if you can trust him at this point, right? And is like kind of like, what's your aim here? Because he works for the government, right? So
exactly, and I love the sheer amount of emotion that Oda puts onto Robin's face throughout all this. It's kind of perfect, but she's like, in in what capacity are you speaking here? The scholars of O'Hara had to perform painstaking research on precious ancient texts to arrive at that theory. With your status, can you learn the truth straight from the government? He's like, no. Whether you're affiliated with the government or not, the result would be the same. Even I would be eliminated for speaking about it. That's the level of control that's like that asset not worth having at that point.
Yes, yeah. Of course, I forgot the fact that, like, oh yeah, they're stuck here, right, with the Dom shoes. So Usopp's like, I don't want to hear it, just let us go.
And so she's like, okay, how did you learn about the Ancient Kingdom? Because everything that the Library of O'Hara compiled is gone. And it's like, no, the will of O'Hara still lives, which
here we go.
Kind of chilling, especially because Rob is your favorite. This is one of the most harrowing backstories at the time. It leads to one of the it surrounds and informs one of the most beloved arcs in One Piece.
Yes, yeah, and sort of getting further context for that, and sort of further like. I like how Vegapunk goes on here, and you know, kind of explaining that, you know, the events of that day shocked the world. The island of scholars O'Hara, the most knowledgeable place in the world, destroyed in the course of a single night, with only one little girl left alive, for being for the crime of being a fanatical sect of scholars seeking to overturn the world government itself. And you know, the way that he kind of goes on here is like, yeah, of course, like there's people all over the world who would react to this news and be like, that's not right. And you know, seeing a genius like himself, you know, that he. You know, several months after it happened, he said that he took a trip to the charred remains of O'Hara, and that he knew the great archaeologist Dr. Clover in life and thought it appropriate to pay my respects to his memory, and which of course surprises Robin. But yeah, just of course the idea that, like, obviously they wouldn't just take the sitting down, I guess. That other people like Dr. Vegapunk would be like, no, wait, you know.
We're gonna check this out. And then we get this like view of like what Clover is like. As a young man,
yeah.
He's
awesome.
He's wielding a sword, riding his own not pirate ship, but just ship with a crew. I like that his hair like had the another Clover up top, just to show the young man bit of it. But yeah, he was obsessed over the Void Century, traveled the world in search of rare texts. He was arrested by the Navy and broke out of the prison 10 times, which I guess they didn't have impelled down at that point because, you know, it doesn't get escaped very often. So it made him the most famous archaeologist in the world, which, again, the fact that, oh, hey, Clover's kind of awesome. Even more so than we thought.
I sort of love the idea that, you know, that Shaka says, like, eventually the other scholars were drawn to him in his quest, and O'Hara became a sacred land for archaeology. And I kind of love that it's like this became established after he was a criminal.
Yeah, he's just that brilliant. It's like, no, this guy knows things. Yeah, but of course they all know things, and they knew too much. And this is when we get our first inkling of what the true Vegapunk looks like. And it's just this, honestly, my first thought was massive hairbrush.
Right.
It's like, what is that?
He looks like you see, if you assume that's his hair, like, he looks like Marge Simpson.
A little bit, yeah. Oh god. But I love how the one thing that was paid off, that was really emphasized with O'Hara in the flashback, was them dumping all the books they had into a lake. And Vegapunk discovered it. Found that lake full of books and papers of all kinds. And, you know, it's probably ruined a little bit thanks to, you know, it being a couple months at that point that was in there. But they were there. And... yeah, they basically died protecting the fortune they wished to leave behind for the future, and not even Robin knew about them doing this. So ignorant soldiers would not have the ability to recognize the value of what they were seeing. So O'Hara won. They won. They lost the battle, but they won the war, and Vegapunk cried over it. It's like,
yeah, which is incredible.
This is not like the fact that this knowledge was preserved. It just overwhelmed him. And, you know, to see Robin remember her mother and, you know, cannot give up on the future of the world. And how important history is, and having Saul take her away, and Saul's words like, yes, they were true. They were true.
Yes.
The O'Hara fought against the world, and to learn now that they won.
They won in the end.
It breaks her down crying, and that's...
Yeah.
Again, we don't see that kind of emotion from Robin that often. And to have it there is so important. I love how it's like, how dare you make Robin cry?
Yes.
It's like, no, let her.
Yeah. I found it really funny because last episode you're like, oh, we're on the Silence Island. We're gonna get character development for Frankie, and it's like, how about Robin instead?
You know what? I'm kind of okay with that. Like I'm okay with Frankie just being sort of like the fanboy. But the substance going to Robin. I'm okay with that. Also,
I'm more than okay with it.
Kind of fitting that these two are the ones getting maybe a little bit more focus, since they would have got a lot of the focus in Enos Lobby.
Yeah, that's. I feel like this is in a lot of ways sort of we're connecting back to a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, just in the way that there's a lot of echoes of Alabasta with Wano. We got a lot of echoes here, which is quite fun. But she confirms O'Hara uncovered the existence of an ancient kingdom, so it makes it the truth. And she asks, where are the books from now? It's like, well, I wanted to take them back to Punk Hazard with me, but if my superiors had heard about it, all would have been lost. The truth is, I encountered quite a combination of people that day, and it flashes back, and we see Vegapunk's face where he has this massive tongue coming out of his mouth. But very, what's the word I'm looking for? Einstein look to him.
Yeah. In the dub, he has a German accent.
That's perfect. But he spots giants recovering the book. And I love, if you look there, I'm pretty sure that's Dorian Bragi.
I did not look closely. It looks more like Haruden to me. Actually.
Haruden would be a little young at
it's 22 years ago.
Yeah, no, okay. If the timeline sort of fits. Could be
weirdly
Haruden.
Enough, I sort of maybe vaguely recognize the woman in the middle.
Yeah. Well, the thing that makes me think Dorian Bragi is the helmets. And then the builds.
Mm-hmm.
That really looks like the two of them. To me.
I'm actually...
Could be off.
I want to see what this scene looks like in the anime. I want to see what they did with that. I'm actually now really curious who these giants are.
I'm sure they definitely go further into it. But as soon as I saw this, it's like, God, so that's why we're at Elbaf next. We're following this trail of the Void Century at this point. God damn.
Yeah. It's perfect. Yeah, and of course, this is all... As Vegapunk sees this, it just confuses him, where he's like, what are the giants doing here? What do I do now? Do they understand the value of these books? And that's when one of the other folks that he met that day calls out to him, where he says, it's been a while. Hello, Vegapunk. Not that I had to guess it was you, thanks to that head of yours. And of course, it's frickin' Dragon.
A much younger Dragon, 33 at this point. Love the more militaristic coat he's wearing. Signaling this like early revolutionary. I like how they both have like a bouquet of flowers that they brought in, but then also we get to see that isn't a Marge Simpson set of hair. That is a Widow Peak that puts Vegeta to shame.
It sure is.
Oh
do you
my God.
remember in Punk Hazard when I said that silhouette was not inaccurate?
That is the strangest body. The tiniest legs, squat body, and then a gigantic head. This is Jimmy Neutron predicted this. If you ever watched that show, because when Sheen gets super smart. Never thought I'd make a Jimmy Neutron reference during this podcast, but there you go.
Oh my God. Incredible.
Oh gosh. But it turns out that Dragon also knew Clover, It's like, well, he had a way of traveling around the globe, didn't he? The idea that he would try to destroy the world, a bad joke of a cover-up. And that's when Dragon's like, oh, you curious about the giants? They're not thieves. I already looked into it. They've come from Elbaf, it seems, and they know what those books down there are worth. Their captain was a strange man, all covered in bandages. And just saying, he said, O'Hara gave their lives to save this asset of humanity. We can't let it be erased from history. And at that moment, I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's him.
I'm cursing more, but it's just like, that's how surprising it is. Like, oh my God, Saul survived.
Unlike maybe other, we'll maybe get into it a little bit later, but unlike other fake outs, I'm okay with this one. And it doesn't really feel like a fake out. It feels like it was always vague, right?
Yeah, you never quite see it. It's been long enough that you can sort of accept it. I don't think there's anything that really shows what happens to him. And there's always been the lingering question for me about why did Oda give him a D when he is like the shortest around. You know, like he didn't seem to have the importance of the other Ds. Yeah, and now, with this act, defying the will of the gods. Okay, good. I'm perfect. Perfect. It all works.
I also I love like the kind of relationship between Dragon and Vegapunk that we see here. Like kind of by the way that he talks, you kind of get a sense of how he feels about Vegapunk, where he's like, it's a good thing that your world government didn't figure it out and come back to destroy the books that remain. And Vegapunk's like, now just a moment, I'm not. And then he's like, you know, it made me sick to hear the news. You're a government lapdog now, and you're too good to accept our offer to join the Freedom Fighters. So it's not even the Revolutionary Army yet. But even it's clear that even back at this point in time, he's trying to, you know, fight against the government. But Vegapunk, you know, honest to a fault, as Dragon says, don't be stupid. What would my intellect and expertise achieve with an impoverished military force like yours? So, and then this last little bit of dialogue too, where he says the world government is a massive organization, and within the Navy in particular, there are many reasonable people to be found. Don't lose sight of the goal, Dragon. Which, like, to me is like, oh, they're both kind of working toward the same end, aren't they?
Yeah, he's kind of working from within, just like, I'm going to put their resources to use. You know,
exactly.
This will be something. But
and this is like the more kind of the most dialogue we've seen from Dragon in a while, and I kind of like how you know, at least at this age, like kind of how pure he is.
Yeah, he doesn't seem worn down. He's that younger man that's like has this like goal that he's going to work towards, and it gets hardened over the course of time.
Yeah,
while fighting this honestly impossible aspect. How does a man do this? How do you topple this global government essentially?
Yes.
But yeah. And this just radicalized them even more because, you know, for the crime of speaking their mind to the cruel, unfair force that is the law, a group of powerless academics was obliterated by extreme violence. But I will create a military force that can actually fight back. And I like this, like, oh, you will, despite your hatred of war. So that's some interesting characterization for Dragon.
It's a lot. Like, he's been such a mystery for so long, but I really like this look at him because it makes you understand. I feel like
it almost makes him seem like a pacifist. He's not a fighter. Like, despite him theoretically having that devil fruit that was able to stop Smoker at the time, you know, there's been no other battles with him. So,
and sort of the idea that like this is not something he wants to do.
It's a complete refutation of his father. Because, you know, that paints a much clearer picture about why Garp would be so insistent on Luffy joining up and getting trained and all that stuff, when Dragon probably has at least a base level training to keep him strong, but he has no taste for the fighting and the violence.
Yeah, and clearly no taste for the world government or the Marines or anything like that. So
yeah,
it's there's a lot of juicy details.
It really is. Oh my god. So he just declares that I'm going to make sure that Clover's death and O'Hara's will do not go to waste. And by the end of that year, according to Shaka, he joined up with Ivankov and Kuma to create the revolutionary army that now shakes the world to its core. So those are the three founding members: Kuma, Ivankov, and Dragon. What a group!
Incredible. Yes, what a group indeed. Yeah, which I feel like the idea that I feel like that we already know so many contradictory things about Kuma, and now that not only he was a part of the Revolutionary Army, he was one of the OGs.
Yeah, that's
I feel like it's furthering like what is this man's deal?
It really does create the mystery, and I like how he kind of pumps Nami up. I like how Usopp is like, "Did you say Elbaf?"
Yeah, exactly.
And Robin, being surprised by this, of course, because she was with the revolutionaries, she's like, "Wait, Dragon and the Clover had a connection? Like, they didn't tell her everything."
Yeah.
Oh gosh, and Frankie also getting into it is like, why did Kuma help us? Why did you make him a cyborg? And Sanji just being like, even Cause was a founding member.
I had no idea.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, but yeah, Shaka revealed that Vegapunk traveled to Elbaf in secret and read all the books they rescued. And it was at this moment I didn't click at first. I realized who it was, but seeing Saul in the bandages in silhouette is like, oh, that's Saul. That's Jack.
That is Saul. That is 100% Saul. Yes.
So he read it all, everything that they deciphered. He just absorbed, and they are right there in his brain where I've carried the great work of researching them.
Amazing.
And Robin gets to cry again, realizing that yes, that was Saul. And he's currently hiding. Couldn't tell you more, but whoever he might be. And God, crying faces on Robin during this is so good.
It's so good. She just found out the person who saved her life, like the person she owes her life to, is still alive. Like that's
the whole smile aspect. It's like you just gotta smile through it, which again is so core to One Piece now.
Yep. Yeah, no. You're absolutely right.
And she emphatically thanks Vegapunk and it says, "No, I'm simply engaged in all areas of study. It's the nature of a scholar." And it turns out they're not just stuck to the floor. They can move on their own. So it's like, I can't release you, but you can come with me because I have something to show you. And that's when we finally cut back to Luffy and the others who are trying to get this robot, this ancient robot, to move. They really want to see it move.
Yes, of course. Of course, they're like, "What's the command? Go, robot!" Like, we have to call a name first. Go, Robonosuke, Robo King. And then, of course, Bonnie's like, "You guys are such dumb little kids. It's not gonna." And then it just boom. Like, oh, it worked.
Exploded, and then all of a sudden, there he is. It's like, "Help! I Quasar help!" It's such a dumb.
Yes. I love it.
Vocal pun. It's like, I failed again, blasted. Someone, anyone, I Quasar help. Did time space get twisted somehow? I was warping. So apparently Vegapunk just warped under this robot somehow. But
yes,
Luffy saves him, and Bonnie recognized him. And well, Vegapunk recognized Luffy. He's like, "Oh, you're Dragon's son, aren't you? I knew you were here. Thanks for coming." Immediately recognizes Bonnie. He's like, "Oh, look how much you've grown." And he's floating in the air. It's like,
it's so funny because like she was like, "I'm gonna kill Vegapunk," and Vegapunk's like, "Hey, how's it going?"
It's so good to see you. How's your dad? It was like,
yeah, exactly.
Just that kind of conversation.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
That's when Vegapunk's like, "Oh yeah, all the Dom shoes have a hover function. Just push this button, push it down, and we end the chapter with all three of them just blasting off into the sky, where we're formally introduced to Dr. Vegapunk, smartest man in the world, Navy's special science group leader, and his head looks quite different, where the top part is cut off, and there's an apple with a gap. It's like, what the hell did this man do to himself? And of course, the white hair to truly emphasize the he's Einstein-ness.
Yes. It is funny that it is just like an Einstein caricature. I absolutely love it. Obviously, his original design with his head just bulging is a little odd, but this is a good look for Vegapunk. I think this is exactly how I would imagine.
Somehow this works for like, that's Vegapunk.
Yeah. That works.
Yeah. There's a fascinating decision with Oda choosing Einstein for the basis of Vegapunk, because to my understanding, Japan hates Einstein.
Oh, what, really? I don't know about this. What's the story behind that?
Well, it kind of, my knowledge only extends, I don't know how true it is, but it feels like they consider Einstein more of a villain than anything else, probably because of his connection to the Manhattan Project and so forth, which led to all of that.
The
bombings and whatnot. It's why, if you look at the designs in Mega Man of Dr. Light and Dr. Wily, Dr. Light is the good guy, and he's based off Thomas Edison, while Dr. Wily is the bad guy, and his design very much takes from Einstein. So I think this might be Oda's way. It's either a rehabilitation of Einstein as a person in Japan, or it's Oda playing up with the concept, like, how much can we trust this guy? Because he's kind of playing both sides. He seems warm, but he has this other aspect, and he looks like Einstein. So I wonder if there's some interesting visual storytelling in Japan that Oda's using.
Right, like would a Japanese reader kind of be like, okay, what's going on here? You know, like what is the interpretation? I think that is a great observation. And I think what Oda ends up doing with Vegapunk, I think, is very in line with that. And I think I like where that end result goes. But there's even just within these chapters, there's a surprising amount of nuance in Vegapunk as a character.
Yeah. I really like.
Yeah, and kind of
what we see of him as time goes on,
and kind of much like Kuma, actually. Again, even just from what we know already, the sort of like there are these contradictory aspects, but I feel like that is also kind of what makes people human, almost, right?
Yeah,
and is sort of playing with that.
It's time for shades of gray. It's almost
yeah. I think there's a lot of gray in here.
Oh God. Well, that was one chapter. So
Oh boy.
We do have another SBS, so let's get to that. There's a lot of the introductory stuff. So I'm just going to go to the actually important things.
Get to the meat of it
rather than the jokey bits. But the first question is, who gets more women? Shanks or Ben Beckman?
Oh, okay. All right.
And Oda goes, Shanks is more popular, I think, but Beckman hits on many more women. Beckman loves the ladies.
Gotta shoot your shot.
A bit of Sanji in there.
Yeah, a little bit. It's funny because I guess I always thought of him as more as the Zoro of Shanks' crew.
Yeah. Same. It's funny. It might be a bit of a combo of both.
Yeah.
Next up is, please tell me the Straw Hats alcohol tolerance ranking. You've depicted Zoro and Nami as being resistant to booze, but what about the others? And Oda goes, it was difficult to make this rating. Like to drink and be able to drink are different things, so not everyone drinks with the same enthusiasm. I think Luffy has the potential to drink a lot, but food comes first for him. So the ranking is actually kind of surprising because Jinbei is number one, beating out
that's
Zoro.
awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah. So it's Jinbei, Zoro, Nami, then Frankie, Sanji at number 5, Robin at number 6, then Brook, then Usopp, then Luffy, and then Chopper. And I think this is more based off this. It feels like he went with likes to drink.
Okay,
which makes sense. That Chopper would have no interest, neither would Luffy. And meanwhile,
Jinbei as a basically a yakuza, I think is that, and he's so much older. He's got that experience. I love that. I did not expect Jinbei to be number one, but that rules.
Oh gosh. So yeah, let's continue on with chapter 1067, Punk Records. And oh, turns out the Judge and Caesar are going to go at it right away.
They do not like each other.
Not at all. They're just ready to throw down, which
they deserve each other.
yeah, they really do. There is way more development that comes from this than I ever would have expected. Like, good God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But into the chapter itself, Bonnie is very confused. Like, what happened to your head? You're supposed to have a big, huge head like a light bulb. It's like, oh, I let it grow far too long, so I cut it. It's like, it's not like getting a haircut.
Yeah, it's just so casually. And again, it's just I love how blunt Vegapunk is. He just gives no craps.
It's just like, I like how we have the illustration of what his real head would look like at this point, which is insane.
Oh yeah. Oh my, it really is like a light bulb.
Yeah. It's like, about the time when I first met you, I was going to be the height of a giant before long. The story, the Jimby's like, the story's already said you had a large head. It was like a hot air balloon, Bonnie says. Well, yes. You see, the truth is that I've got the bang bang brink. Like, he's sort of malfunctioning a little bit there,
yeah,
which I'm curious about.
Yeah, I'm curious about that too. I'm not quite sure what that was.
I don't know if that's a vocal tick that happens.
I'm wondering if that
more.
Might be the. I wonder if that might be the Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi buffering a little bit. Yeah. Because the truth is, he has the brain fruit. Never would have expected he's a devil fruit user. It allows him to store all kinds of knowledge without limits of any kind, but his brain physically grows to accommodate the amount of data it holds. So it gives him a preternaturally gifted mind and an infinite data bank. So this is why he's able to contain everything. He's smart, but he also has a storage unit for that intelligence. And the devil fruit allows his brain to just massively grow without to be this ridiculous.
Yeah, and of course, Luffy. Good question. Where is it?
He's like, I have the largest brain, which continues to grow this day, and I like how excited Chopper gets. Like, wait, you're good at medicine? Of course. Ooh.
Oh, ooh.
But I also love Luffy. Like, so if you cut your head, does that mean you're dumb now? It's like, don't trifle with my genius, boy. This apple is an antenna.
Like I said, it's Wi-Fi.
Exactly. If you look at the tippy top of the island on the underside of the massive eggshell, it says Punk Records, which I always interpreted as a musical reference. Like, oh, Punk's into music. No, it's actually meaning recording. So it's the storage space for his brain. He is literally an egghead.
Yes.
Amazing.
Fantastic pun.
I love it. As like, I can connect with the brain connect to it with brain waves even at this distance. There's no issue at all. So that egg is essentially my head, my brain, and it's like finally explains to them about the different Vegapunks. It's like, you've met a young girl calling herself Vegapunk. It's like, that was one of my clone offshoots, and there were 6 of them on this island. It's like, you're a ninja. I think that's Luffy's frame of reference.
It's a very funny kind of. Trying to get the Straw Hats, let alone Luffy, the dumbest among them, to understand what is going on here. I feel like he's maybe the least equipped to understand anything that Vegapunk is saying.
And he goes on to say, each one of them is an expert in one of his necessary facets. All 6 of them together possess one complete copy of my personality, but they can do 6 times as much. So yeah, which I had a feeling based off the main Stella thing that they were mentioning. It's like, okay, with the violent, the thinker, the good, it really did feel like these are just aspects of his personality. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty recognizable. But because of that change in perspective, each one's experiences are worthwhile and unique. And it's interesting that they're clones, but they're so different from him. Like, let's have some female clones. Let's have some more robot-like guys. That sort of thing. So...
Yeah.
Now I'm reminding Shaka behind that, just his tongue rolled up around his neck or something.
Yeah, Yeah, sort of the idea get weirder as they go on. It's just like, yes. I love that frame of York just eating. Everybody else looks normal. She's just
then Jinbei's like, Luffy's like, Jinbei's like, it's all going over my head.
Yeah.
And so the best way to explain it is, think of it like using a library. Support your local library. If everyone in the world had the ability to access my brain, then all of humanity would essentially share my intelligence. And to take it a step further, if all of humanity could mutually update punk records on a regular basis, we could create an entire sea of knowledge that far surpasses even my vast intellect. One day, humanity will be able to share a brain. And it's like,
oh no, he's trying to invent the internet.
I know. Oh no. that's a problem.
Yeah.
But
don't do it, Vegapunk.
That's a problem that Jinbei brings up, which is very fitting. It's like, won't you have issues of ideology if ideology gets inserted on top of everything else? And meanwhile, Chopper's just like, so much knowledge about medicine. I'm so excited.
Yes, exactly.
And Jinbei's just not Jinbei, but Vegapunk's like, oh, that's a very smart thing to ask. But science will never advance if you spend all your time worrying about it. So, it again just makes me think of another famous science line from a movie. You scientists all thought were so worried about if you could, not if you ever should. Which,
Like I said. Lot of gray areas.
Yeah, where you can see how all this could be easily corruptible, which makes his empathy so fascinating to me.
Yes, and Bonnie, getting straight to the point of things is like, that's just your problem, isn't it, Vegapunk? Your endless quest for scientific knowledge will spare no one in its greed, including my father, who you turned into a mindless weapon of war. And then there she goes, beam saber at the ready, right at his neck. But of course he's like, no, that was a failure. It's like, it worked just fine when I tested it. I'll turn my father back to normal. I love that Jinbei's like, whoa, if you kill him, you'll be making a very powerful enemy. Switch it off now. It's just like, oh. Yeah, we're ready to do this, but of course, the reason it is a failure, the light from that beam, says Vegapunk, is going to attract an enormous cloud of insects, which just gets her to freak out, just knocked unconscious.
It's just a massive bug zapper, which is a great twist.
Incredible.
And Bonnie's passed out on the floor, and Luffy's just like, "Hey, Bonnie, look, stag beetle."
Of course, it's just a kid.
And Vegapunk actually starts to mope a bit here. He's like, I can't blame Bonnie for wanting to kill me. It's a good thing the weapon she grabbed happened to be a failure. Speaking of which, if I understand you folks were recently in Wano, is it true that there was a second dragon in addition to Kaido? And Luffy's like, yeah, that was Momo. And it's like, Vegapunk immediately understands, like, oh, he must have eaten the failed devil fruit that I left behind in Punk Hazard. It's like, wait, that was a failure? Yeah, that was my attempt to grow a man-made devil fruit. I spent 20 years in an exorbitant research budget working from Kaido's bloodline elements, but the fruit just didn't have the same qualities. Oh, so that's why it looked like Kaido. Luffy goes, it was a success. He was big and strong, breathing fire and everything. He's the guardian deity of Wano now. And you made that happen? That's amazing. Then I love this so much. Vegapunk goes, but what color was he? Pink. And he just smashes it in the ground. He's like, told you, it was a failure. It's a failure. It's a failure.
Yeah. I love that.
That's why I was left behind. It's just completely trounces everything Caesar is trying to do.
Yes.
But it's a failure to him because it's pink and not the blue that he's trying.
It's incredible. Which is funny because, again, we even had the guys in CP0 who were like, thank God it was only a failure.
I know. They
not
put
knowing
so much
what
pomp
they were.
and circumstance. So Vegapunk never explained to anybody why it was a failure, just that it's a failure.
Yes, exactly. So Jinbei's like, great, a genius with a perfectionist streak.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah, that's great.
It really gets to just the heart of his personality.
Yeah, I feel like this set and kind of last one too really is like a lot of long-term payoffs, kind of one after the other, right? Like, O'Hara, Saul's alive, getting the the reason why Momo's Devil Fruit's a failure. It really does feel like Oda just like he has a list of things like, okay, we're gonna talk about this, then this, then this, then this. And just
I have a scientist who knows
packed.
everything. This is the perfect opportunity to explain things.
Exactly. And speaking about explaining things, actually, you want to talk about this giant robot?
Yeah, what's he all about? Make it move. It's like, no, I didn't make this. This is the legendary Iron Giant that is said to have attacked Mary Joa about 200 years ago. It's like,
Huh?
what? 200 years?
Excuse me?
But it was actually built 900 years ago. I was like, wait, are you joking? So its goal was never understood. They say that there was no damage only because it ran out of energy. No doubt the scientists at the time were utterly shocked by the event. The sheer scientific power was beyond anything they could comprehend. So Mary Jo was almost destroyed thanks to this robot, but it ran out of power.
Amazing.
No one knows where it came from or what it was trying to do. The world government ordered it to be torn down and destroyed, but curiosity prevented the scientists from carrying out those orders. So it still rests here, and the government is none the wiser.
Ain't that just Vegapunk to a T, isn't it? He's just like, I'm just going to hold on to this.
Yeah. I like there's multiple scientists that are just like that. And then he says, like, I'm impressed you found your way down here. The route from the town should have looked like an impassable wall. I was like, we were just in a rush, so... You can just imagine him crashing into a wall and just ending up here. It's like, oh, yeah,
like,
that's weird. But I like that Robin... I wonder if it's... I don't know if Jinbei is the one that exclaims, what, 200 years ago or not. It doesn't seem like it. It's hard to tell. But Robin immediately comments, is like, 200 years ago, that was the year when fishman discrimination became a big issue. Huh.
Yes. My theory, especially because Frankie, the next line says, like, you're saying that the robot climbed its way up the red line. I wonder if this robot was from Fisherman Island.
It may have started from Fishman Island, or maybe the world government just wanted a scapegoat, and it's like, well, these guys look different, so we'll make it them.
Right? Like, do you think that they was sort of like a false flag of like we'll set up this robot to attack? Because like obviously we don't know how it moves, but like if I feel like you could maybe understand that like. The world government probably, like, the elders or Emu probably knows what this is. I think that is
Yeah.
If anybody would know, it's them.
They would definitely know, but what it actually, its true purpose was, where it came from, that's still a great mystery. And why they decided to pin the blame on the fishmen, because I don't get the immediate sense that fishmen were the reason, like, because there was no discrimination before this. There was no point in the fishmen deciding to attack Mary Joa other than maybe them just being generally oppressive.
Yeah.
So to me, it feels more scapegoatish territory.
Right. Yeah, I could totally believe that.
Yeah. But that's the basis of Vega Force 1. So that's how we get our Robo.
Yes.
But even it's still beyond Vegapunk, because he's unable to recreate certain aspects, and it's hard to believe that the mechanical soldier was built 900 years ago. And Frankie's like, what the heck can't you recreate? The power source. In the past, they had a power strong enough to rewrite everything we know about the world today, and he just doesn't have access to that. Yeah, exactly, electricity. But they're also looking at a monitor at this robot, so I probably should have said that before. But so now they know where Luffy's at the moment, and they recognize Bonnie's with him. So they're like, "Wow, look at Vegapunk's head. That's weird." But Vegapunk does feel regret towards Bonnie. He feel bad about what I did. It's like. Luffy's like, yeah, you should get down and beg forgiveness. Oh, what would you know about it? Like, don't lecture me.
Look, he already shares a brain cell with Bonnie, so he's taking her side.
But there is something Vegapunk needs to give to her, and
it's also interesting.
Yeah, but then there's also this that's interesting. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, Straw Hat, I think fate's at work here, bringing you to me. I need you to take me off Egghead.
Yeah. Oh,
what?
yes. And why are they? Why is he requesting so? We cut to just outside of Egghead, and they say this is Cypher Paul requesting permission to dock at Egghead, and you can see that they beat up some of the Sea Beast weapons.
Yeah, that's not looking so good. And the trios have donned their masks for CP0s. Like, we have eyewitness reports of Bonnie sailing to Egghead, an obnoxious woman with all of her escapes. I believe we were finished with her already, so if we see her, we'll disappear for good. So they plan to kill Bonnie, so that's not good right off the bat. And that's when they get the Shaka gets a report from oh gosh, I'm blanking on which.
I think this is Pythagoras.
Pythagoras, yes.
Yeah, Edison's the
saying,
little
"Hey, government's here, and CP0 is on board, and it's Lucci, so that's a problem." And I like how Lilith immediately lights up. "Oh, we'll just hand him over. They're an assassin, right? Let's get cash."
Yeah. Of course. I love that Usopp's just like, "Oh God, Rob Lucci set my legs free so I can escape." And Nami's like, "Oh no, I hate that guy. He's still working that job."
and Sanji's immediately like, "No, I'll protect you, Robin. I'll protect you as many times as I need to." And it's just a general alertness from her. But Shaka just says, "Reply to the ship. Tell it to unload the Seraphim and leave. Prepare to fight back. We are refusing the world government." And
all right.
So it's like,
this is
we're going somewhere.
This is the most like direct confrontation I feel like the Straw Hats have had with the world government in a hot minute. Like, we are
outside of Marineford, yeah.
Yeah. For the whole time skip, I feel
Luffy.
like we haven't really. Yeah, we have not. We are setting them up to go against each other here.
But that's not where we end things. Instead, we return to the Kamabaka Queendom, where Kuma has begun acting on his own despite them trying to repair him. And there's like, wait, does the Navy still have control? What's going on? And all of a sudden, he just starts taking off at a run, dragging all the machinery hooked up to his chest behind. It's like, he shouldn't be fully mobile yet. He's not supposed to have a will of his own anymore. So what's going on? And Kuma come back, and Dragon's even calling after him. It's like, where are you going? You have to stay here. We're only getting started. This is where our revolution really begins. And I love how pointed it is that it's Dragon, even Coven.
Mm-hmm. The original
Kuma
three.
and those last ones. That being said, as soon as I saw him moving like this, that's instinctual father protection kicking in for Kuma. That's what that
you know where he's
like.
going.
That is. Yeah. My girl is in trouble. Daddy's coming.
He's not supposed to have a free will anymore. What's he doing?
I'm
also
excited for this, but also I am very afraid for Kuma's survivability.
Are you ready for the pain? I also like it because it harkens back to like that was the first thing we heard Lilith say. It was just like, you just can't control like the will of human beings, like with the shark thing that she had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so, that's I feel like there's
good foreshadowing there.
What science can't take away your innate sort of human feelings. I love it.
Oh, it's so good. We do have an SBS before we move on, though.
All right.
First up is, let's anthropomorphize Lol's Kikoku. It says, then somebody else saying, I want the personification of Katakuri's Mogura. You always draw dumb ones, so make this one cool.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Here's what he did.
Honestly, I like these. I like these both. They're silly.
The Mogura looks like a mole with a crown on it, eating a donut. It's like going, donut. And meanwhile, Kikoku is just like, looks like a delivery man with a backpack, a ball cap, and a sword sticking at the top of his head, like the blade. He's like, I'm so tired from my travel.
These are weirdly like the least cursed ones so far.
Yeah,
like,
they're just weird little guys.
Oda and his like malicious compliance.
Very much so. So We do have one other one here, which actually gets into lore stuff, because somebody says, I have a question. Is the K in Law's awaken technique K room short for Kakusei or awakening, or is it from Kikoku? And so Oda goes on to say, Law's battle techniques involve creating a room, which is his own surgical room where he can do anything he wants. In K room, he locks his own sword within the room. Within the operating room, he can make the sword grow and give off powerful shockwaves. The K is short for knife. The other awakening technique, R room, is short for remote. So prior to this, Law would need to be within the room as the surgeon. But with his awakening of the op fruit, it made it possible for him to control the operating room without even being there. So if that seems too complicated, don't worry, just go on vibes.
Yeah. I kind of got that feeling. It is. I feel like weirdly enough, in the Big Mom fight, it felt like okay, whatever. I got a better sense of it weirdly while he was fighting Blackbeard.
Yeah, I think
because
I saw
he was able to
also
cut stronger
attempting to
from a distance.
Yeah. Somebody was trying to explain it, and they basically had the same idea of like the awakening is him being able to put his room wherever he wants, within reason, I guess. But also that's what explained why it takes a massive amount of stamina, considering it already took a lot of stamina from him.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, Law gets more busted. Crazy.
But as we've seen with the other, like him beating the fem infection, that's why he's not completely busted, because he has to have stronger hockey than you.
That is also true. So, right? Yeah. And that was couldn't do a whole lot with Big Mom and Kaido in the same room.
No.
And barely with just Big Mom.
Let's go ahead and move on to chapter 1068. A Genius's Dream. And this is where the timing comes in, because turns out, Mads, the group to which they once belonged. So that's why they're fighting, is that both Caesar and Judge were part of Mads, which you reminded me, I know I've heard that somewhere, and you reminded me that's Queen that was talking about Mads.
Yes.
But who
Queen
else is in
also
Mads?
Part of this operation.
We got a very distinctive tongue in their thought bubble. Vegapunk was part of Mads as well, which, oh my god, just the connection.
It explains a lot.
It's also really funny that it kind of ties into it, definitely not intentionally, but it's really funny that a line from Dragon Ball Z Abridged applies here.
Yeah.
all famous scientist knows where other scientists' secret labs are.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Just all the big scientists know who each other are. That's apparently the case.
That's true. In One Piece, it continues to be true. But again, I think it's hilarious. Just as you alluded to before, just like learning how far away, like Caesar sees Vegapunk as a rival, which is so funny to me.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, we're on equal terms. That Vegapunk is like, no, man, he is on a different level entirely than you.
And I'd even say that Caesar struggles to be on the same level as Judge based on what he's able.
That is also
he
true.
was able to pull off.
Yeah, at least you could see it with Judge, right? Like, yeah, he's actually capable of making things that are, quite powerful and terrifying. And he has a whole army, and Caesar's just kind of a quack.
Yeah, I like how Vegapunk is when you think about it, how he's a extension of these two. It's like, here's Caesar, what he's capable of, and his whole deal with the smile fruit. Then here's Vegapunk basically perfecting it.
Yes.
Meanwhile, here's Judge with a cloning technique of all guys that look very, very similar. Here's Vegapunk cloning himself and making him look extremely different.
Really weird. And cloning the warlords as well.
Yeah, and just taking that one step further than what Judge was capable of. It's, again, the amount of thought that goes into the creation.
Right, the sort of all of these sort of under the surface relationships.
I'm blown away.
It's astounding. It's astounding.
Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the chapter itself.
All right.
But here comes, I believe this is
Pythagoras.
Saying, hey, thank you for returning to Seraphim. Unit S-Bear is capable of returning on its own from there. So forgive the curt treatment, but we're just too busy. So give him the return order and your mission complete. Escorts appreciated. Go away. Which is
exactly.
It's a kind of attitude that you'd expect from a scientist. So I like that it's actually a very plausible, like, yeah, thank you, bye.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, the poor Kaku's like, what kind of cold shoulder is that? And Lucci's like, has he figured us out? We just finished a long voyage. The least you could do is let us relax on dry land with a cup of tea. It's cold out here. And they're like, Naval Base G4 is nearby and they can welcome you. Get out of here.
And that's when Lucci gets on. Is like, is this Dr. Vegapunk? Yes. If I asked you about the egghead disappearances, would you know what I mean? No? Who's disappearing? 2 months ago, a Cypher Pole number 5 ship went missing. 1 month ago, it was CP7. And 2 weeks ago, it was CP8. So they've been escalating over all this time. Mm-hmm. It's like all of the government ships that have visited Egghead in the past 2 months have failed to return. Why is that? Is that true? According to my recollection, all those ships left port, which I wonder if that's true or not. Like, whether there's some other force at work here. Yeah,
well, at least it seems that, like, if all of the Vegapunks share information, so they all seem just as confused. But it's hard to tell. Is Lilith's reaction because she's evil, or and she does know, or because she doesn't? And she's like, "What are you insinuating? You think we've been messing with Cypher Pole? Go to hell."
It's like, I know you're evil, but you shouldn't antagonize him. I'll open the port right up so you can come and see for yourself. No, not that.
Not that. Oh, okay. So yeah, so she doesn't know.
So it's like, we got to ask you to leave. It's like, okay, message received. So they're like, okay, what do we do? Get ready to leave the ship. We're going to use S-Bear's power to fly onto the island. So I love the intelligence of Lucci in this.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, nah, we got a way on there. We're gonna take care of this mission.
I love the tension. Again, Oda, just the way he's able to escalate from these scenarios. It really feels like things could just blow up at a moment's notice.
Yeah, and it does emphasize, like, yeah, this I didn't think about it until I got to the end of this set, but this is kind of the beginning of the siege.
Yes, yeah.
It doesn't feel like a siege because it's a infiltration, but so was the attack on Onigashima. That was infiltration before it became a siege. So
right, yeah.
It's just making me more excited for Egghead.
yeah. I feel like it's been a while. Like the world government and the Marines and stuff has been into the background for so long that it's just like, okay, time for a direct confrontation. We're kind of, and it's kind of the right time for it. We beat Big Mom and Kaido, and clearly, Blackbeard and Shanks are off doing their own thing. But I like that we're kind of taking this, be like, okay, let's go back to this, because this is still kind of important.
Yeah,
we've been fighting pirates for like 10 years.
What's the world government up to? But we do take a quick look to see that Kuma does poof himself away, leaving behind all the parts that were attached to him. So he knows how to use his powers. He's got some level of consciousness still in there. Yeah. I like how you were saying last time. I think people just teleport at this point on the Grand Line, and Kuma's literally doing that.
See, it makes sense for Kuma. That's been established. Yeah. I can buy Kuma basically flying over the entire world.
It's also really funny to imagine, because we saw how Luffy flew and was affected by his powers when he went to Amazon Lily. So now I'm just imagining Kuma flying through the air, just sort of like, here goes this giant man just sailing through the sky.
Yeah. No, that is the correct imagery.
But it's time for Luffy and Vegapunk Prime to be chatting again, where Luffy's confused, like, you want us to take us out of here, but why? Isn't this your lab? He's like, well, yeah, but I've been extracting every bit of research money I can from the government to carry out whatever experiments I fancy. Even now as we speak, my mind is overflowing with ideas. And even still, I don't have the time, the manpower, or the funds to see them all to fruition. One day, I hope to create my ideal world through science, a world in which energy is abundant, available, and free to everyone around the globe. Which, I guess that is sort of the perpetual energy that does sort of take care of everything else.
Yeah.
That's a very fitting dream for a scientist like him, but Luffy doesn't get it.
And of course, Luffy. Yeah. He just starts picking his nose like, guess I didn't land for you. He's like, you're gonna give everybody something? And again, thank God for Jinbei. It says the resources that we use to create energy are a constant source of war and squabbling between nations. And that, Vegapunk's like, precisely, how foolish mankind is. Just reach out and feel. Energy is right here and there and all around us. The world is positively brimming with it. And I love that, like, this is the thing that he truly believes in, right? Like, this is sort of what kind of gets him on his high horse. So it's just like, he's so excited. If we can simply convert it into a kind of power that you can see and use, we would be eliminating one of the greatest causes of war in the world. Mark my words, science will one day reach that lofty dream. Luffy, still picking his nose. No interest.
I also like that you can see with a dream like that, the ends justify the means for Vegapunk.
Yeah, 100%. And like, I feel like Vegapunk is, as we're kind of seeing, he is so focused on the long-term goal that is willing to do kind of anything, and is at least willing to abide by kind of the in the moment now atrocities,
Right.
It's just like, well, we're working. He understands that the world government is not good, but that this is sort of the only way right now, which is, again, it's very nuanced.
Yeah, I think this is a surprisingly interesting look into Luffy's own dream with this dialogue, though.
Yes,
because he says, well, it's really good of you to try to make everyone happy. I'm not interested in heroes, though. So it makes his dream seem a little bit more selfish that he doesn't tell anybody.
No,
it makes everybody laugh.
I think
he doesn't care.
I think that's 100% right.
Yeah.
Because I think the interesting thing about Luffy is, because again, like, he is so selfishly selfless. And that has been his character from the start. And so he doesn't understand doing something for other people. Like, he can't conceptualize that without, like, any sort of, like, direct gain for himself. But if a friend is in danger, that's what gets him to, like, okay, time to lock in. Mm-hmm. But those sorts of, like that kind of altruism is just kind of a concept that he doesn't understand.
Yeah.
Which is, why I think what makes him also so interesting, and why that his reaction to what, like, an objective good for the world, is just kind of just like, okay, yeah, whatever. I don't hate it, but I just like, yeah, whatever, man.
It's not my bag, but sure.
Yeah. It's very interesting. So, like, whenever we do inevitably find out what Luffy is trying to become the king of the pirates to achieve, I do think that it is something that is inevitably deeply selfish for himself that will just, like, inevitably make the world a better place also.
Yeah. Oh, man, we talked during one of our bonus episodes about the most recent one, actually, about Uda's past arc, and how Luffy didn't seem to know what the King of the Pirates was before he met Shanks. And that really makes me think that he became infatuated with becoming the King of the Pirates because this dream that he has is his original dream. It really does feed into the fact that the King of the Pirates is the facilitator of this original dream that he had.
Yeah.
So
I think the thing for me, like, that clicked it, because of course Luffy and Roger have the seemingly the same dream. I forget. Or was it the what he told the rest of the Straw Hats, where it was something like, it's something like impossible for them to conceptualize. Like, yeah, maybe that is possible when you become king of the pirates. It's just like, who knows? Why not?
Sure.
Yeah, and that's actually the interesting thing too. Is, again, with Roger's side of things, he doesn't care about King of the Pirates. He is doing this, like, to find the poneglyphs and to reach the final island, and that's why he's like, and then I'll be ...
Yeah.
So it's again, it's just like, what is it?
That's a good question. But Luffy just asks, like, okay, why do you want to leave? He's like, oh, yeah, the harder I strive to find the energy I've been seeking, the closer I get to the power source that moved this machine soldier, the ancient energy that gave it strength. It's in a scientist's nature to want to peek at the answers, so if I were to undo the veil wrapped around that forbidden history, what might I find underneath? In carrying on my friend's will, I find myself treading further into the depths of... And that's when he's interrupted by an explosion. Where it's like, yeah, I dug a little too deep in the past and the government wants to kill me. So,
yeah.
Help.
Yes. Which is, honestly, I love how straightforward he is with this. It's just like, yeah, we flew a little bit too close to the sun. But also I love the implication from Vegapunk's statements here about the power source and about the giant robot and about the kind of advanced civilization prior to the Void Century, because it is sounding like did they have infinite energy? Did they have limitless, boundless energy? And was it the world government that said, no, we want resources only for the rich and powerful?
Yeah. It could have been that, or we want to make sure that the people cannot rise up against us. Yeah. And sort of, again, I love the idea, again, talking about, like, they got rid of this ancient kingdom because, like, they did not want the ideals of it to be passed down. Mm-hmm. And I think, like, if we're talking sort of about opposites and sort of, the government's, like, kind of indomitable absolute control, I feel like in that case that must imply that the ancient kingdom was somehow just sort of like, I don't know, like almost like full on anarchy, just like everybody's free to do what they want to do. Yeah. And
there's no like almost utopian, right? Like there's no fight over resources. We just have boundless amounts of it.
Right.
So it's the kind of thing that just the more that you think about what this force that the current world government opposed, it implies a lot about the state of the world prior to the Void Century, I think.
I mean, you want to know what might be crazy?
What's up?
This is just making my mind go places. So let's start theorizing. I can see this ancient civilization having the technology to raise up land, which ties into Wano, raising up the land. If you want to get to the ancient weapon, you need to lower it. What's a max scale version of that ties into a theory that people have about how Sanji finds the all blue, taking out the red line? What if the red line is man-made by this ancient, well, not by the ancient civilization, but the world government using the ancient civilization technology to separate like this, which has the knock-on effect of creating the very strange seas and movements of the entire world.
Yeah, creating sort of the idea that like the world is sort of by their design.
Yeah.
And I feel like it has the also knock-on effect of, again, if you it's a lot easier to control people when they're separated.
That too.
And sort of if they can kind of control, like if they can raise up the land, and if they could make like the sort of oceans as it is, or that they just have this big separating line that makes it, travel. Basically, the only way to travel across the world is you either risk your life and go underwater, or you go through the government's very controlled, like, checkpoint.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I'm sure that's a theory many people have had.
Well, also, I would like to remind you that the place in Mary Joa is called Pangea Castle.
I am catching up to everybody else. That's what it feels like. I have these theories, and it's just like,
well, no, you're on the right track. I think we're on the right track here.
Yeah. But we also have Luffy learning about CP0. It's like, wait, CP0? Don't you mean 9? Oh no, they're above 9. Whenever they're active, it said that that world-shaking events are about to occur. And this is where, like, we were talking a bit when we were reading this, where you were like, before they weren't able to get across the fact that Kaku talks like an old man. And
Yeah.
this, I mean, you can kind of see it in other bits, but not enough that I could see. But the get a gander at this future metropolis, what a lark! That is,
Yeah.
they're doing a good job of
great.
actually conveying it this time.
Yeah. Kaku always talked like this, but in the while we're at Water 7, I think they maybe pointed it out one time. Like you talk kind of weird, but yeah, it was not conveyed very clearly. But I love the writing and the word choice. It's just full on. Just he talks like he's from 1910.
Yeah. And of course, the people on alert is like, wait, is that Cypherpole? I thought they always wore black suits. They didn't come through the port. Wait, they're saying 2 sea beast weapons are destroyed near the shore. Does that mean they're intruders? And Pythagoras reports, is like, CP0 is on the island. How they get past? It's like, oh God, they're here. It's like, Tommy's just like, I hate him. Go away, Rob Lucci.
For some reason, Nami's dialogue in the set is so funny. It
really is.
She hates everybody
it's a bit,
for good reason.
Yeah. And the beasts are actually devouring their ship by the coast, but they refuse the suggestion. So they basically abandon ship and use the Paw fruit's powers to reach the island, which confirms that yes, somehow this clone of Kuma has the same devil fruit, which
is interesting.
A step up from the pacifistas. They did not have the Paw fruit.
Yeah, they all just had Kizaru's, right?
I don't know if it's Kizaru's or just laser weapons.
Or just laser beams. I always forget. But we were talking last in the last episode about like, oh God, what happened to Senior Pink? But apparently cloning devil fruits on the table.
Yeah.
We saw Kuma use it.
We get an answer for that at the very least.
Yes.
In this set. So the siege is beginning. It's like, okay, well, they're definitely determined to get here. So evacuate the researchers and workers, send Atlas back to the lab, mobilize Seraphim's S-Snake, S-Hawk, and S-Shark. I love these code names.
Yes.
All of a sudden, the naming conventions of the warlords are coming into play.
Yeah.
And hey, Sentomaru is back. He's still in charge.
Apparently he's been here.
So that's kind of cool.
Which is it's interesting, a little detail too, because pre-type skip he was specifically not a part of the Navy. He was just part of the SSG. So like there was the implication that he was working, that he worked with Vegapunk was known information, and that he specifically became a part of the Navy after the time skip.
Yeah, so
which I just thought is a neat little detail.
Yeah, that's definitely coming into play here, and basically he's like, Vegapunk takes the opportunity to make. So if I pack up my belongings, can I go take a trip out to sea with you? It's like, you make it sound like you're going on a picnic. It's like, well, and you know that your disappearance would be an international scandal. Your head looks funny. Why not?
That's your reasoning?
Luffy's completely fine with it.
I love it. That's just so goofy.
It's so very Luffy. So Vegapunk wastes no time. He's like, let's go. This place will be a battlefield. But hey, help me take Bonnie up to the Lapa phase. So let's go. Oh, wait, don't help me take you up. I'll meet you there. Because he just teleports away.
It turns out he was a hologram this whole time.
Yet somehow still stuck under that robot. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Or maybe he could just teleport. I have no idea.
Speaking of holograms, though, the government is getting attacked by the giant monster we saw before, and they are freaking out, shooting that thing. Is like, the bullets are doing nothing. And Kaku's like, "Ooh, I've always wanted to fight one of these. It's not meant to be down on this sea. It's a space monster." And so he goes to use Tempest Kick, and it does nothing. And Lucy's like, "Yeah, it's just a hologram." It's like, mention that.
I love Kaku is like a kid in the cave. Like, he's also kind of like Frankie in here. He's just like, ooh.
He's having so much fun.
It's just like he reads too many comic books. And then interesting little observation from Lucci, where he's like, "You seem to know a lot about this place, Stussy." Like, of course, I haven't been here in ages. So she's been here before.
I'm all the more intrigued by Stussy. She's been a fun character ever since her introduction in Whole Cake. But Kaku figures like, well, I'm already up here, so might as well keep going, because if Vegapunk's anywhere, he's bound to be in those clouds. So and that's when Stussy's like, hey, yeah, you see those two lines running across the cloud, Lucci? Yeah. If anybody crosses those lines and we see a grid pop up as Kaku gets above, it activates a laser beam. They call it the Frontier Dome. He just gets blasted.
It blows up. So it's a good way to visualize, to establish that there is a defense system.
Yeah,
which makes sense, because the libo phase is, that's where the brain is, right? Like that's where Vegapunk is.
Yeah,
so you want to protect
Vegapunk's
it at all
not
costs.
helpless, but
Yes.
There is only so much he can do against certain powers, as is going to be demonstrated. So, Susie's like, hey, I love how point is, don't take the world's greatest scientist lightly, and just in the background, vroom, just crashes him.
That's great.
Such great physical comedy. It's like, you could have warned him first. It's like, you've got a heart of ice, Stussy. Oh, but you're feeling warmed up now, aren't you? That's a great rapport
Stussy's so good.
Two.
She
has so much more personality than Caulifla.
Yeah, and I like that she balances out Lucci and Kaku, I think, in a really good way.
Yeah, very much so. But here comes Atlas. It's like, hey, who said you were allowed to be more violent than me? It's like, and Shaka's like, no, Atlas, you got to stop. You cannot handle him. And she goes for her ultra mighty punch, but no, 6 King pistol from Lucci, and she is down. And head kind of destroyed.
Also, I feel like the fact that these are all androids, basically, like we get to be a little more violent. We get to be a little more gory.
Yeah, like her eye is cracked and she's in rough shape.
Ooh.
And down she goes. So that's when people are like, oh, we got to go. Shaka's giving the evacuation order. Get into the factory. We're under attack. And Lucci knows that Atlas is still alive. But Luffy's just in carefree mode. It's like, we got to get up there in the vacuum rocket. So he's heading off and it's like, wait, pigeon guy? And that's
oh boy.
Having Lucci and Luffy meet immediately is oh no.
After for the first time in, I mean, God, it was like 20 years at this point.
Yeah, 700 chapters.
Yeah, that's it's a good setup. It's a good setup.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It's like, okay, we've been getting lore. Ready for some action?
Yeah. It's good. We kind of got our initial setup, and yeah, the siege is starting. We are starting with Luffy versus Lucci.
Yeah. Before we move on, though, we have another SBS. There's a lot this time, it feels like.
Oh my goodness.
Oda's doing it, but we got some. At least the first one, some details. So they say, hey, we've seen Rob Lucci and other CP9 agents got promoted to CP0, but not Jabra, Fukuro, or Kumadori. Are they part of CP02? CP02? And Oda goes, well, if you saw one film Red, you know that Bluno and Caulifla are members of CP0. So that's full confirmation.
Yeah.
So yes. All past CP9 members are in CP0 now. However, the masked members of CP0, including Lucci, Kaku, and Stussy, are called the Masked Assassins and are given more specialized orders than the others. So it seems like a bigger group, but the higher ranking ones are the ones that get masks. So Caulifla and Bluno aren't as important as Kaku and Lucci, which makes sense.
Yeah. I feel like there's like an explanation for like how they kind of got from point A to point B with the cover story, because they kind of like left and then came back, and it was all this weird thing. But just sort of the government seems to not really care, right? Like, oh yeah, you guys were responsible for a huge blunder. Like, here's a raise.
Yeah, but also they like escaped, and they seem to be like went back to their origin point. That like it really felt like they were sort of on the run based on their cover story.
It's still. It's a hard thing. It's something that like if I look it up, I know that I'll be able to remember like exactly how. But I remember going through the cover story and just being like, I don't understand how we get from point A to point B here.
Yeah, they somehow got promoted despite the failure, unless it's all attributed to Actually, no, because he's the leader of CP0 now. What's his name? I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
And either way. Next up, I want to eat onigiri made by Robin's beautiful hands. And it just goes, me too. As, let's see. then somebody just writes in, I totally agree. And Oda goes, oh, I get it. It takes guts to submit a letter like this and a total gamble on how it'll be used. Oh God. So fortunately this is within this set because this is kind of a spoiler for what's to come in the next chapter or two. So when little girl Hancock uses her Merimero Mellow attack and turns you to stone, will other people accuse you of being a lolicon? They won't, will they? Please tell me I'm still safe.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh God, that's horrible.
Oda says, those powers work by leaving people vulnerable whenever they feel that the user is cute or pretty. Well, everyone thinks babies and little kids are cute, right? That's enough for the power to turn you to stone. So if one of the people who got petrified happened to be a lolicon, you would not be able to tell if that was the reason why. Nobody will know that you're a creep, but have fun getting turned to stone anyway. So, Jesus.
That's horrible. Thank you.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, jeez.
All right, well, let's go ahead and move on to chapter 1069. All things are brought into this world with hope, which is kind of a fun title. As I guess we're kind of getting the history of Mads with the cover story at this point. Just here's this loan shark King Dufeld, and he has a charitable research lab for peace. Mads? Yeah, I don't. I mean, that just looks like a front.
Yeah, I'm trying to. The name Dufeld has come up before, and I'm trying to remember.
I feel like I've heard it too, and I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay. It's just apparently they were at the wedding.
Oh, okay. I that makes sense to somehow be involved with that. No. It's also interesting. It's like pacifist along the flag. It's like, do not mind us. Ignore us as we do our own thing here. So, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what comes of that. Into the chapter itself, the people are starting to panic because, well, they seemingly just destroyed Atlas, and Cypher Pole is attacking right away. And, I mean, Jinbei's like, holy crap, they're actually serious about getting rid of Vegapunk?
Yeah. Oh no, things are serious. And I love this exchange too, where Luffy's like, Pigeon Guy, what are you doing here? He's like, this is a government island. Good point, we're the ones who shouldn't be here.
He's like, okay, let's get out of here, we'll be leaving. And then we got, again, I look, the Kaku's new vocal tics is a lot of fun. It's like, those dastardly villains. It's just like, but don't attack them, Lucci. Now that I love how they have the mask on Lucci, but it just does not hide. Well, I guess he took off the mask, but it just does not hide his face whatsoever. It's not as like, I have no idea who this guy is when it came to the other CP0s on Wano. But yeah, as Kaku explains, it's like not a great idea to attack one of the four emperors without approval from above. And Luffy's like, "Oh no, we're throwing down. Here, take Bonnie."
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting too. Like, I feel there are a lot of ways in Egghead where like the storytelling does a good job of like, wow, Luffy's like actually kind of a big deal now. Then now we have government agents who are like, we can't touch him.
We gotta get approval to fight him in the first place.
Yeah.
So that's a problem. But that's when Luffy notices Atlas and the smoking wreckage of her face. He's just like, that's the kid from earlier. And I like how even Lucci's like, no, Nah, I got beef. I got beef with this kid.
I understand it would be bad to fight. However,
I really want to hit him. And of course, Luffy's like, "Hey, Chopper, can you help her out?" It's like, this is more Frankie's expertise. And
yes,
Lucci's basically telling Luffy, "He's like, yeah, just stay out of this." And I love how I had the question. It's like, does this food machine count as feeding Luffy? Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. That is the only motivation you need.
Yep. It just so happens that Atlas here was around to ensure that Luffy was fed, didn't interfere with him, didn't attack. Yes. Okay, time to defend some honor. Yep.
And I love our two reasonings are now, Atlas fed me and your head looks funny.
Emperor of the Sea. But we check in on Naval Headquarters where Inu is just like, oh, come on. The Straw Hats on Egghead. It's like, now things are getting complicated again. Does this mean that Vegapunk learned what CP0 was planning? Yeah, and it seems like they just kind of barged on the island in response. It's a declaration of war at this point, so I wish those brats would have talked to us first. But if Vegapunk recruited Straw Hat to his side, then we're losing out on a major source of combat power. So the implication of, man, it really would be a shift in power to have Vegapunk on Luffy's side as part of his crew. Like, not even like part of the crew, but part of the fleet.
Right, even just... Right, yeah, exactly. So... But it's also... I like that... It's so silly because they were like, yeah, we're going to go kill Vegapunk. Consequences be darned. And then now all of a sudden it's, what? Straw Hat is siding with Vegapunk. Oh, no.
It's almost like,
how could this have happened?
He learned and decided to defend himself. That ain't good. It's almost like we're dealing with the smartest man in the world. Yeah,
no, whoops. And then there's another interesting little tidbit here where Akainu says, where's Kizaru? He was already on his way to Egghead for a prior operation. Then tell Lucci to wait for the Navy to arrive. Lol. Do not let him battle with Straw Hat. Lol.
Yeah, no. Also, it didn't occur to me, but the idea of a run back, as soon as I heard Kizaru, it's like, oh my gosh, here's Lucci again. Kizaru as the final opponent, potentially. I don't know at this point, but it feels like a kind of an appropriate final opponent for this kind of thing, especially with how Kizaru's always acted and how he was sort of like that opponent that was just too much. Plus to have Kuma involved again with it all, it feels like both like Enies Lobby and Sabaody all of a sudden. And
yeah, exactly. We're bringing it all back, and of course it's like. Yeah, at this late in the game, we're kind of, again, of talking about all the ways in which it really feels like Luffy is an emperor now. Like, yeah, how would he go toe-to-toe with an admiral, right? Like, I do think, like, those are kind of interesting questions. How, as we'll see, how does he fare against Rob Lucci?
Yeah, I mean, just for Whitebeard alone, they called out all three admirals, so...
Yes.
I think we have our equivalent.
And that's... Like, the government clearly treats it as a big deal, right? Of like, hey, dealing with an emperor is a very delicate situation, and they've had to prepare to go to war with Whitebeard, and now here we have like, okay, all right, we're moving our pieces into place, but it is still kind of like panic mode, which is funny considering that Luffy's just he's like, wee. He doesn't really care.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's no plans. There were no plans involved in any of this.
Exactly.
But we go back to Egghead, and we're just straight into Gear 5 versus Lucci. It's like, think about what you represent now, Luffy. You're going to cause an incident. Nope. Does not matter.
It doesn't matter.
So, of course, all the others are watching. It's like, who's that? Did Rob Lucci always look like that? It's like, quite a rare, this is from Shaka, quite a rare specimen, astonishing speed. It's usually the case that awakened zone powers absorb and control the user's personality. And... oh, okay. So this makes sense for how you make Lucci more of a threat against Luffy. He's awakened his leopard form.
Yeah, and he's got like now because we had like the sort of like white kind of cloud of smoke around Luffy in his Gear 5 form. Now we have a like it's like a black one.
Yeah, it's interesting
It's
how they
really
they
cool.
take on these forms as they awaken. This sort of
Yeah.
just wreath around their shoulders. It's very cool stylistically, and
I love it.
Honestly, this is a really cool form.
It is very very cool. And of course, that little note from Shaka earlier. I've been laughing about this for so long about the awakened Zoan devil fruits, and we've just in a little corner of a page. Here's our explanation: is that normally, and it makes sense too. When we learned from the elders that like Zoan devil fruits have a personality of their own, they have a mind of their own basically. So it makes sense that the risk with awakening them is usually that the animal takes over it takes over your mind basically, which explains the jailer beasts finally all the way back in Impel Down.
So they're awakened, but
But they screwed up.
yeah, oh my gosh. Okay,
Which
awakens.
Funny to think that there's are like risks involved with awakening a Zoan fruit.
That is really interesting. That just that base form, and then they just sort of stuck there, which is crazy. But I guess with both Lucci and Luffy, they have that much strength of will that does not. Take
I feel like that's what it is, pretty much. Is your strength of will.
But it's so interesting that usually you think that it takes strength of will to just awaken the devil fruit in the first place. So the fact that
Yes.
it might still not be enough, or maybe it's a little easier to awaken a Zoan fruit. But man, this has a chance of having an awakened Chopper.
Oh my god! What in the world would that look like?
I know, right?
If it's like it's one thing if it's like a 2 out of the 3 human fruits we've seen so far are deities.
Yeah, he's just
makes me
human.
like, yeah. Is like if Chopper awakens, is he just like a guy?
No, right? That'd be
like, who's this?
Really interesting. Honestly, I think it'd be really great if his human awakening would be a cross between the personalities of Correa and
Ooh.
why am I blanking on his name?
Dr. Hiruluk?
Hiruluk, yes. I think that'd be kind of fun that like that's his big influences.
Yeah, to see like Chopper's personality kind of change into this more like confident, extravagant version.
I kind of want to see that. I want to see Awakened Chopper now. I didn't even think about that. I was like, oh, cool. Chopper has a way to maybe get stronger.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, that's how he gets a proper bounty. They get a picture of him in his human form.
Oh my god, dude! They're gonna make Hot Chopper, and I'm not sure if I'm ready for that.
After the weird transformations he gets post time skip, he deserves it.
That is true. He deserves a form that is just cool.
Yeah, he really does. And I love that Vegapunk runs in. It's like, wait, has the warrior in white appeared? There's the real Vegapunk. And I love the hard eyes coming from Frankie. He's just so excited.
He's so fanboy. It's awesome.
And that's when he's like, hey, what is this transformation of Straw Hats exactly? He's like, oh, I don't know. Isn't it the Gum Gum power? And I love that they're finally getting an explanation for this. Even in the oldest books of devil fruits, there is no such thing as a gum gum fruit. It's like, what?
What is that? Yeah. Excuse me?
He's always going gum gum this and gum gum that. It's like, I love just the astonishment. It's like, what a beautiful sight. He looks just like a god who only appears in the oldest of texts. And they're like, a god? He's Luffy. He's a moron, right? Like, they're not
right.
impressed.
Yeah.
He's like, no, indeed. The foolish and laughable warrior of liberation who brings smiles to all people, also known as Nika the Sun God. So I'm loving that everybody's finally getting an explanation for what the heck is going on with this.
And that Vegapunk knows what this is.
It's like, never heard of this. It's like, no, you wouldn't have. It's a name that's been erased from the historical record, which is really interesting that Nika is not as well known in the broad in the outside world, yet it was known in Wano
Yes.
because it was cut off. So
because it was cut off, that they did kind of have this sort of established kind of lore for it. Yeah. And so, and I like that. Kind of the speech that Vegapunk goes on to here, where he's like, as long as people wish for him, his existence will never truly disappear. And we're seeing this all while Lucci is attempting to fight Gear 5 Luffy. It's just so, oh my god, I love, just as a tangent, I love that this is our kind of first return of Gear 5 since Wano, and it is just so glorious seeing it back.
He's styling on Lucci. He has one, like he's moving his head around to dodge Lucci's punches, and one of his is just him asleep. Snopple.
So good.
I like how Gear 5 presents a challenge for Oda each time. It's like, how do you make it so that he's like, the wackiness doesn't get old hat, you know?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. There's always such new and creative ways. And it really does, much like Luffy is like, I can finally do everything I've always wanted to do. Oda's like, I can finally do everything I wanted to do for Luffy. Just, turning his own body and his, he turns the entire arena into his plaything, basically. But as Vegapunk goes on, he says, all things are brought into this world with hope. Yes, even the devil fruits, which is a very interesting hint. But I was thinking about this earlier, with sort of the idea that like Nika only exists because he is wanted to exist, because people yearn for freedom, and he is just sort of the representation of that. And I love that it's almost kind of meta in a way, right? Of like of Luffy kind of as like this god of this laughable warrior of liberation, also existing for the people in real life, because they, we want somebody like Luffy, to sort of inspire us and save us.
Yeah, hence Straw Hat flags popping up real world during certain moments. It's a fascinating theory that Vegapunk puts out there about the very nature of the devil fruits. It's like every devil fruit is a possibility for human evolution that someone desired. If only I could be like this. If only I could be like that. If only I could be a coat that somebody else could wear. If only I could have sand powers. If only I could change my sex at will.
I wanted to be candy. You don't understand.
If only I could mess with the souls or cause earthquakes. It is, when you think about the sheer amount of devil fruits we've seen, it's like, somebody wished for this. I mean, it's devil fruits are the non-pornographic Rule 64 of One Piece.
It really is.
If you can think of it, there's a devil fruit for it, apparently.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that's sort of what's so wonderful about it.
Yeah, but then to even go through that, it's like all of those powers represent the many branches of the future of humanity. But that unnatural status is because they're so different from current humanity, is loathed by the sea, the mother of nature. So a fitting punishment for its sin. Those with powers exist in different dimensions, dreamed up by someone else before them, and so that's why the sea is like curses them. It's like, you are no longer natural, so be gone.
And that despite all of this, Vegapunk says that this is only a theory. This only is theory. And so you see, you don't even need to debate about whether any god exists or not. Isn't it just such a fascinating world? Which it's such an angle that I love. This is like, do gods exist in the One Piece world? Do they not? Do they? It's almost like gods. I feel like what Oda is maybe implying here is like as sort of like a figment of like they are by nature the creation of humans, and so they only exist because we will them to.
Yeah, it's a stance that's sort of echoed. Shame that Neil Gaiman's been disgraced, but he has this book American Gods, where it's the same thing, where these new gods take over, gods of television, gods of fame, that sort of stuff, rather than the old gods of like Zeus and so forth. So the same sort of ideas that the human desire for those things do bring about these gods, and it's a very much extension of that. it's like it's really cool that we have this kind of crazy fight scene going on while it's just we're going to put in more lore.
And it's the clashing fist is a direct callback to their first encounter in Inya's lobby when the fight started there. They punched, they clashed, and then they flew back in opposite directions.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's cool. It's like I said, man, the callbacks, the long-term payoffs, it is just one thing after another.
And that's when Sentomaru shows up, the Navy HQ science team captain. He's like, I'm not even supposed to be here today. What am I doing here?
Yeah.
Cypher Poles are friends, pirates are enemies, so I'm helping CP0, right? And that's when we see him lined up with the Seraphim that we have here. Jimbei, Hancock, and Mihawk. And it's amazing how much they're ore farming.
They are. They are. Kids? It's very, very cool. It's so cool.
These kids should not look this cool.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's always kind of confusing with perspective too, because they're like adult sized.
Are they adult sized? The perspective has always been kind of crazy.
Yeah, they're supposed to be big children.
Okay. So throw another one on the pile that Caesar, that Vegapunk shows up Caesar with. He got the giantification down.
Precisely.
Screw you, Caesar.
Yeah. And I love this bit, the way Vegapunk's talking to Sentomaru. He's like, not the case. CP0 is threatening my life, in fact. What? Could you drive them off for me? You want to turn me into a traitor? True. I should have asked your opinion first. Well, let me put it this way. This is a request coming from me, the man who took you in and saved your life. So what do you think you should do? It's like, talk about pressure. So we've sort of guilted Sentomaru into technically fighting on our side.
Right. And it's like, oh geez, 3 Seraphim, that's a heavyweight matchup. And it's like, hey, Esper, eliminate one of them. And that's when Stussie's like, no, that's pointless. They have the advantage, because Sentomaru immediately goes, hey, Esper, wipe out those agents. It's like, oh crap, the authority chips they were carrying are outclassed, that we have are outclassed by their privileges. So freaking Esper turns around and just starts firing on the Navy, which is like, oh, this is glorious. Like, they are just getting wiped out by this.
Yeah. And then it's interesting. We get an explanation for this authority hierarchy. Stussy says, like, we don't have the same rank on the Pacifista's authority hierarchy. Even the 5 elders can't do it over transponder scale. We get a little chart of at number 4 is the authority chip owners, in this case CP0, and then Sentomaru, then Dr. Vegapunk, both the original and the satellites, and then at the top is the 5 elders, but
they can't do it over
it's
the phone.
Interesting that you need to be in person for it to work, which is interesting.
You know what I noticed something else about those authority chips? That looks a lot like the hearts that Law brought into to become a...
Yeah, the sort of like square kind of cutout.
Yeah, the square cutout. It's like...
Yeah.
It feels like, since these are clones, just, of course, crossbred with whatever, with King's tribe, most likely, they just took out their hearts.
Yeah.
So
that's they look like bombs to me.
They also kind of look like bombs. So, but it's the square casing with it kind of popping up above.
Yeah.
That has me suspicious. So yeah, and then Kaku's like, it's like, oh god, we can't even destroy the Seraphim because that's a blow to the government's property. It's like, you didn't think this through, Lucci. We're kind of on the back foot here.
Yeah, he just wanted his fight, and meanwhile, the fight.
We got Mole Pistol, which just goes underground and then has the ground like go with Luffy's fist into Lucci's chest. It's just perfect.
So Lucci's getting washed. He's getting manhandled by Gear 5. This was he did not think this through in the least. No,
I think it shows pretty definitive, like, okay, Lucci's not the main threat here. He's a problem, but he's not the main threat.
Which is so oh my god, that's such a downgrade.
It is, but it makes sense. It's just
that's you used to be an arc villain, man.
Yeah, no, that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. But yeah, S-Snake is ordered to take the Straw Hats to the vacuum rocket, guide them from inside the Frontier Dome. Meanwhile, Hawk and Shark is going to hold back CP0. And that's when Jinbei's like, I don't know what I'm looking at here.
Yeah.
It's like, all the ones with the dark skin over there resemble the old 7 warlords. Did they make clones of us? When did they do that?
Yeah, it's like, what?
And then Luffy comes over to Sentomaru. Is like, hey, Axe Boy, long time no see. Don't call me by the name of my weapon, Straw Hat. We're enemies. Oh, so you're going to help me help Punk escape, huh? Yeah, he asked me to. It's cool. I was like, don't know if that's supposed to be reassuring, but I hear you're not an emperor now, and you got that weird look going on. And then all of a sudden, like, they're having this conversation, and just here comes Lucci with his hand pistol piercing right through Sentomaru,
Yep.
like hitting him hard. Is like, oh god, Axe Boy. It's like, okay. And again, I do like this. Like, he can't match Luffy toe to toe, but he's smart. He's like, oh.
Yes.
We just need to erase their control tower so they follow our orders. So remove Sentomaru, and we have extra power.
There you go.
Like, oh, that's good. That's good strategy.
Yeah, and that now sort of part of the strategy is also maintaining control over the pacifistas. Because it's sort of like a game of, like, okay, who's in control now? Because, you kind of want that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're kind of... I mean, literally
kind of
they're warlords that were used to stand up against an emperor before. Granted, these are kids, but Luffy does not have the fighting force that Whitebeard had, so there's a bit of a difference here.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I love that all, like, we are just barely getting into the swing of things, but already you can see how, in what ways the nature of the conflict is just going to, like, escalate and escalate and escalate. We have this, and now, we're the Navy is invading. We're fighting over control of the pacifistas, all while we're trying to, hold the line and get Vegapunk out of here.
It's like, it's when it finally, like, started clicking. And it's like, oh my god, this is a siege.
Yeah.
It was at that moment. It's like, oh my god. That being said, before we move on, we do have another SBS, but this is the last of the set.
Yeah, holy moly. Yeah.
So
many.
First up is, when eating natto, try lifting the film directly upward. You can reenact the scene in chapter 1060 when the Lulusia Kingdom was destroyed. Like, what? It's like, oh, I see. It certainly has that mysterious ray of light feel to it. It feels really sticky. Oh, stop it. People died in that incident. Okay.
Yeah, come on now. Yeah.
Next question is, when we see the Marine Headquarters G14 branch in chapter 1061, are those balloon-looking things at the edge of the base actually balloons? Did someone attach balloons there for fun? And Oda goes, yes, they're balloons. G14 is located near Egghead, and the children who were affected in the Punk Hazard arc were first seen by Vegapunk, and they've been getting treatment at G14 since then. Since Marine bases are big, ugly buildings, Vice Admiral Dull had the balloons attached to make things a bit more appealing and reassuring to the children. So...
Oh.
Dull has a soft side to her. I'm okay with this.
I'm very okay with this.
And finally, I want to be friends with Marco the Phoenix. Please ask him if it's okay. And Oda says, sure, Marco, what do you say? It's cool.
Cool. All right.
There we go. All right. Well, we've finally reached it. Our final chapter of the set. 1070, the strongest form of humanity. And we get introduced to the promising scientists brought together for the sake of mankind in the world, which, boy, does have some implications where we get to see young Vegapunk, which finally explains the Hawaiian shirt, which we weren't even right about that for modern Vegapunk. But I got it right for past Vegapunk, and I'm happy about that.
So funny.
But then there's young Caesar, there's young Judge, and there's young Queen.
Yes.
But also, I'm pretty sure that's young Stussy, which also makes me think, how old is Stussy?
Hey, never ask a woman her age.
I guess so, but
somebody asked her that on Whole Cake, and she, just,
it's funny. It's like that's just a sort of typical woman thing, but no, something else is going on there, and that makes her so much more intriguing. Or else she just aged way more gracefully than the than all the other guys there. That's for sure.
Yeah, I gotta say, I love young Queen. He looks awesome.
he's
and
more badass
Caesar with the bulk. Caesar with the bowl cut explains so much. He got bullied so much. I just know it.
Well, he absolutely did. But let's get into the chapter itself where, Sentomaru's down and Luffy's rushing towards him as... I didn't notice until now that Lucci has the flaming tail at the end, too. It's just... it's almost
so
like kind
cool.
of a sick Pokemon.
Yeah. He does. He looks a lot more Pokemon-ish now, which is funny. And I also love that this is a very serious situation, but we have Luffy like, sorry, I didn't mean to distract you. He's just got his eyes popping out.
He's like, oh, you idiot, I'm not that careless. I noticed him and blocked it, but I thought, it's like, oh no, Lucci's has gotten that strong that he can break through Sentomaru's defenses, which is significant. That actually is a pretty
that's something.
Yeah, like Lucci doesn't really stand a chance against Luffy, but it's still showing how strong he is. Which
he
I think
is
a
still
nice balance for it.
And obviously we're kind of on the back foot, right? Like, we're the Straw Hats and Vegapunk are the ones getting invaded, so like he's still a problem to deal with. And as we'll see, like Gear 5 is strong, but we still can't. Luffy can't maintain it for very long.
Yeah, and it's like you need to be unconscious. As long as you're conscious, we cannot control the Seraphim. So he goes to knock him out completely, and that's when Luffy brings out the Gum Gum Dawn Whip just straight across Lucci's face and sends him flying.
It's also interesting of note that he's got Dawn in his attacks now.
Yeah, I do like that. It's a little bit of the personality maybe peeking through. But of course, this is Luffy, so he can't stop spinning. So he's a Tasmanian Devil Whirlwind. It's like, hey, hurry, Luffy! If we want to save her, we need to take her to Vegapunk now. And he's like, no, I'm spinning too hard, and he goes into the ground.
And he's just there he goes.
Yep. As Mihawk's, I guess as Hawk, cutting through agents, and Jinbei is causing all these ripples in the ground. It's like, geez, these Seraphim really aren't holding back. All this infighting is only hurting our bottom line, which I love how that's suddenly Kaku's like real concern is like, oh god, the cost benefit of this.
Right. It's government property, and there's no only children. I think I think the ground warping is Luffy trying to.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was Luffy or Jinbei.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Either way, it's just it's completely chaotic now, as it should be.
But I also like we finally get an explanation where Frankie's concerned is like, those powers, Vegapunk, the powers that little brat version of Jinbei had, those were from the swim fruit, right? That power belongs to my brother from another mother in the Don Quixote family, Senor Pink. I love the bond.
That one. My brother.
It's like, hell yeah, Senor Pink. And the same fruit can't exist twice. Does that mean he's dead? Oh, so you notice. No, he's currently prisoner and impelled down. So Pink is not in great shape, but he's alive.
He's alive, which is good.
Yeah, but who knows what hell he's in, considering impelled down.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
But does that mean you made the same devil fruit? Well, no. Only Zoan devil fruits can be produced artificially. If we rule out Caesar's smile aberrations... And I love Nami's sides here, which you should. Yeah. He deserves to die.
Yes.
Virtually all fruits of that type, even the special ones, can probably be recreated with vast amounts of money and time, though I haven't confirmed if they can awaken. I've tried everything I could think of with Lugias, but they proved too difficult. For Paramythia types, however, I found that as long as you have the user's bloodline elements, you can synthesize and administer a special kind of blood to confer those powers to others. That is the liquid running through their arms. So that wasn't... that water, I thought, is actually green blood, which...
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can see that
pretty
on
crazy
the wall now.
Yeah, that we can... It's so interesting getting all of these different kinds of like, well, we can make Zoan fruits, kind of, sort of, but it's very expensive. With Logia is completely out, and for Paramethias, you can, basically you can synthesize the blood, which seems to work. There's all these... we're learning so many weird little facets about like, sort of, I feel like the scientific quote unquote side of like, here are kind of what we can do and what we can't do currently.
Mm-hmm. Here's our limitations for how this sort of expands beyond that. And
thank God we can't do Logias.
Yeah, seriously. And here's our question from earlier, the Love Mellow from Tiny Hancock, which, they're just, she's just too cute.
It's too cute. It's too cute. Don't read too much into it. I never thought of that. I'm horrified.
I never consider, like, when I was reading it, I never thought, I was like, oh, that's just Hancock.
Yeah, exactly.
I never thought, I was like, oh, these guys are pervs.
Yeah.
Oh no. And of course, here comes the Ursa Shock. So we've got the Paul fruit with Kuma. But the Seraphim represent the highest echelon of science conceivable. In all the history of the sea, they are the strongest form of humanity. So, I mean, he took bloodline elements, clones of, some of the strongest fighters in the world, plus King's whole bloodline.
Yeah, they turned them into Lunarians. And on top of that, they're giant children. So, assuming that they can age, they will just get. Like, I wonder, like, are they actually like giants? Like, are they going to be like giant-sized adults, or are they? I don't know. Can they grow up?
That's a really good question, and boy, does that set them up as a real threat. And again, shows like that Vegapunk's like, yeah, I got my research and I was curious about it, so I did it. Yeah. That's what these Seraphim are able to do.
Yeah, and I love Usopp's like, why did you have to make them, man? And Frankie's just like, ooh.
But meanwhile, now he's like, so that's why they scrapped the 7 warlords, and it's like, and Sanji's putting it together. It's like, oh, so they were designed to be weapons for the Navy, to be a threat to us. And
it is, I think the one limitation right now is that they cannot be mass produced, or that they're very expensive to make. So there's only they're not as like mass produced as the the regular pacifistas.
And we have 4 here. We don't know about the other 3, which would be if we're going for the original of the warlords, it'd be Crocodile, Moria, and who's the last? Oh, Doflamingo.
Oh yeah, that's right. Where's S Clown?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that'd be something. I'm guessing they might go for that instead of Crocodile, just because they can't do that with Logia.
Yeah,
so they have to give him something
been a
else.
while.
So, but we get back to the fight, and it's like, oh crap, Lucci is still standing, even as you can see his outline that he's pushed into in the background.
Again, I love how serious the situation is, and like the action is funnier than ever.
Yeah. And he's just like, oh, okay, gonna get you. And he's going to use Shave to finish off Sentomaru. When here comes Luffy bursting out of the ground with the as he just eats Lucci.
Like,
he tries to chomp on him.
Good. And then of course he dodges it. He's munching on the ground and he spits it at him.
Completely throwing off. But again, these kudos to guys like Kaido and Lucci that are seeing this happening and just rolling with it. He punches the rocks away as Luffy uses one of the tubes to like bend, and
he's bending it,
launch
turning
point,
it into rubber,
and then uses his hair to form glasses on himself
Yeah.
so he can just bam, Dawn rocket right into Lucci's chest. Again, going
so
into the
good.
other side where you can just the body horror.
Yeah, it's so, and he's just laughing it up. He's like, where is he getting all this force from? I could feel my mind slipping away from. He's knocking him out.
Yeah, wouldn't that be interesting if he beats up Lucci so much that he loses himself and ends up? Maybe that's the reason these guys were awakened, but then they were defeated, and so they became mindless in the same way as the Guardians.
Right? Yeah, like what happens if you lose consciousness while you're awakened?
Oh man, that'd be a wild fate for Lucci after all this.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that would be worse to have a just like a giant leopard, running around everywhere.
Yeah, I'd say so. But that's when the others are seeing like, here's Hancock like, hey, this way to the vacuum rocket, get on. And I love this little interaction. Jinbei's like, oh, you're a much nicer Hancock. It's like, insolence. I am only following my orders, nothing more. She's all embarrassed.
It's cute. It's so adorable.
It'd be really funny if this version also really fell in love with Luffy.
Yeah. Is that part of the bloodline?
Exactly. Is that a bloodline element? And he had the announcements like, please refrain from rushing while the vehicle while the doors are closing. And it's like, hey, Straw Hat, Punk's in your hands now, so so tomorrow we'll take care of him. So we'll get him off the island. So he manages to get onto the rocket, and bam, here they go. It is so fast, and that's when Bonnie wakes up and is like, where am I? Where's Vegapunk? What the hell's up with you?
Right, what happened to your face? Yeah, he's ran out of Gear 5 juice just in time.
I love that he still has that limitation. Like, he can go into Gear 5 and cause some craziness, but it's very much like Gear 4 was, where it only lasts so long.
Yeah, and I love that he just turns to an old man.
It's a common complaint with Super Saiyan, where there's no real downside to Super Saiyan, just that it's not as strong as other things that come in later. So to have that limitation still does help balance.
It balances it a bit, yeah. Because as we had saw, once Gear 5 comes out, it's kind of just mollywopping dudes left and right.
I like how Luffy kind of looks like he could be Vegapunk's son with his tongue.
Yeah, with his tongue out. Yeah,
it's so good. But they make it inside the lab in 32 seconds flat, with all subsequent trips being canceled. And so the Labo phase, the strengthen the Frontier Dome, beware of intruders, research staff evacuate to the Fabrio phase and lock down the factory. Egghead Island is now in full lockdown.
Yes.
So, yeah. It's not all good news, though, because, Sentomaru's still out there. It's like, yeah, you should be proud. As Vegapunk's bodyguard, you had a duty, and you fulfilled it admirably. It's a shame that's come to this. And, yeah, they're going to at least, I don't know about kill him, but at least knock him out so they can get control. So,
yeah.
It's not
it's
so good.
It's such a weird, like, kind of a shame to reintroduce Sentomaru this way. I feel a little bit bad.
He got bodied very quickly, which is a shame, but he did kind of fulfill his role. He had his moments. He was ready to defend himself each time, but it was very obvious from the outset that, oh no, he's finally outclassed.
Yeah, and
might be
Lucci
a
survived.
theme for this is all those old enemies are now like, how do they stand up to the Straw Hats now?
Yeah. It's a very interesting, and I love just establishing just how far we've come, because I feel like when we have so many, and of course it's a shonen manga, so you want the enemies to feel stronger and stronger and stronger. But I like that this arc is kind of our way of saying it's a really good way to introduce kind of the final saga, right? Of like, okay, we're kind of, I don't want to say clearing the board, but we're kind of very much establishing like, all right, who's left, who should we really be worried about, and kind of, all right, well, how's Lucci gonna do? How are some other characters gonna fare? And it's just kind of nice to see them involved in the story in this way.
Yeah. So I Stussy points out, it's like, hey, we're supposed to wait for the Navy, but they're going to escape if we wait any longer. So it's all a decision. Do you wait for reinforcements or do you begin the siege? And that's sort of the big question for the Marine side of things. But at the lab, they're still sort of can't believe the fact that, are they really trying to kill you? You have the greatest brain in the world. That's a huge loss. Yeah, but what if you thought that brain was going to be oppose you? Not that I intend to do any such thing. It's like, again, Nami with some great asides. That's a good point. He'd be a thorn on my side. Ice him.
Don't do that.
So it's, again, he's like, he really thinks it's fate that an Emperor's crew is now here. And that's, Usopp gets excited. It's like, oh, you're going to ride on our ship? It's like, what? He's dead weight. It's like, oh, that'd be amazing. Check out my General Frankie. Check out the Sunny. Notice me, senpai.
Yeah, really notice me, senpai. I love that Frankie has just been head over heels like this entire arc ever since we got here.
And then Sanji's like, at least take the shackles off, please.
Yeah. They've all just been stuck here.
Yeah, so Luffy's checking out the place. They're getting ready to repair Atlas. And Bonnie is still upset at Vegapunk. It's like,
yes.
I demanded Vegapunk put my father back to normal. If his response was to unleash swarms of bugs on me, then he must die. I don't think that was his fault.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Man, already in classic One Piece fashion, I feel like we have so many moving parts already.
Yeah. And then, God, that lineup shot of them preparing the next phase of the infiltration. It's like, block all escape routes from the island. 6 more left, including the main body. Watch out the defense system's a real humdinger. Again, Kaku's lines.
Yeah.
Nothing escapes this island, not even a single ant. And it's just, there's CP0 and there's the Seraphim. It's just like, God.
All right.
What a brilliant idea to have the Seraphim be introduced fighting Hancock and the Amazons.
Also, now that we have a proper shot, they're massive.
Yeah. They are. They are bigger than kids. Like, obviously, Jinbei and Kuma are much bigger, but that's kind of wild. But then, of course, we end. It's like, the Straw Hat crew is siding with Vegapunk. Then escape should seem easy for him. But he may find that events don't play out like he imagined. We proceed as planned and send every battleship you can to Egghead. This is all-out war with Kizaru at the head. Yes. This is so much more chaotic and massive and epic than I thought. I thought Egghead was going to be a cooldown arc.
Everybody thought Egghead was going to be a cooldown arc, and it's just immediately like, nope. We're just going to raise the stakes immediately. So now we've got Kizaru on the way. I'm excited. This
you know what's great about all this?
What's that?
Zoro and Brook are still on the ship.
They're still on the Sunny. They've got no idea about anything what's happening. It's so good. So they're just like, yeah, whatever. What's happening? Yeah. So it doesn't feel like 10 chapters. It honestly feels like we're 20 chapters deep in any other arc. With the way things have been escalating. So I'm ready. I'm super ready.
Yeah. I like I said, the possibilities of, like, there is way more opponents than I thought there would be to match up with for the Straw Hats. That's great. We got the Kuma on the way. We have all these elements, and then just, again, they're on the defense, which is I'm trying to think there's any other arc where they're on the defense like this.
Certainly not for like the entire like premise, because we're usually going there to like attack something. And the fact that it's sort of like we don't really have any sort of big enemy to beat. There's no country to liberate, right? Like it's just escape. Protect
escape with this one guy. In which case you get a little bit of whole cake with the whole escape thing, but again, that was you're still infiltrating, getting the target, getting out.
In that sense, like the structure of Egghead is much more simple. But I think because of that, it goes from 0 to 100 like in the blink of an eye. Just bam.
Oh yeah, I love that pacing, and I think the only time we've seen him on the defensive, which appropriately enough, and it's sort of out of nowhere, so they're caught off guard with it, is Saboti.
Yeah.
So,
oh man,
and fittingly enough, Kizaru. So, man, I've been looking forward to Kizaru getting good punching for a while. this is a guy that's been just
a thorn,
always been a thorn.
Side. And that's the interesting thing too. I feel like that obviously Kizaru could be kind of the only choice right now, and he's kind of the of the admirals, in both old and new, he's the one we've gotten the least amount of so far in the time skip, right? Like, we got, Kuzan's with Blackbeard now, Aoki, or not, oh my god, Magma. Akiinu, yeah, like he just gets to sit in a chair all day, and he just like, and then of course, we met the two new ones and interacted with them, but yeah, Kizaru's just been kind of there, despite the fact that like he is sort of a powerful opponent.
And I gotta say that based off the reaction from Luffy and the others, they definitely didn't take Ryokugyu as any kind of threat.
Oh yeah, that's also true. They saw that and they were like, "No, we're good."
So it really comes down to I'm blanking on our blind samurai.
Oh my god, Fujitora. Oh my god,
Fujitora. It comes down to Fujitora.
The admirals
still feels like a major threat, like on the level of Kizaru, but
yeah.
He's a little bit more aligned with justice than
the
others. So that's rather interesting.
It's very we're the state of the world in One Piece right now is put into such a fascinating, like, here's all of these different kind of elements converging on Egghead right now, and it's just like we got the lore has been fantastic. The way that the action is ramping up is so fun to follow. Like it was so good. I'm so happy that we're here.
Oh, same.
It's fun.
I like that. There was no indication of where they were going next during Wano, but in Egghead we immediately got an indication of like that little tease of Elbaf, which I don't know if you'd immediately think, oh, we're going to Elbaf next after seeing that scene. But I
now
feel
that
like after that, now that you know. But I think that's also like now that people have seen that, they're looking at what other countries are being mentioned while we're in Elbaf. They're going to be scouring that.
I have no idea. This arc is going to end probably this year. I have no clue. There's no indication of like, okay. The one place where I think that they would go is not like it just can't happen. It's just one of those things where I'm like, how though? So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. So we're in an interesting spot. Yeah. The amount of sort of like, okay, Elbaf is sort of the natural extension of the things kind of that are being established in like now that we know that Saul is alive, and potentially on Elbaf. Vegapunk said, I don't know where he is, but I feel like that's not too crazy of a thing to guess.
No,
sort of
really.
Here's a reason to go.
I mean, I like that Egghead, here's Frankie and Robin. Elbaf, here's Usopp and Robin. Like, just and Robin all the time. I'm fine with
that. Give Robin new character beats every arc. As our mandated Robin character development.
I mean, she kind of gets more and more important as time goes on. That's for
exactly.
Sure.
That is also the key, right? Is that like, now that we are in the race for the One Piece, she is kind of the key to everything.
Her and Pudding.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing. Incredible.
I get it. I get the hype. I don't know if this will be my favorite, but we'll find. We'll see how it evolves.
So far, it really
really good.
The hype is the hype is real. Believe the hype. Yeah. Like it is escalating fast.
It's going to be interesting to try to place this one because it's so reliant on everything that came before.
That's
absolutely where it kind of gets its hype from.
Yeah. I feel like I said, if you're a lore head, if you've been kind of following kind of long-term plot beats for One Piece, just in these 10 chapters alone, there's a lot of stuff that is just so casually like, oh yeah, this is why, that's why, here's this thing. It really feels like Oda is just so good at payoffs in general, but it feels like we're getting so many long-term things with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it rules. It rules. Love it to bits.
I'm excited. But with that, I believe we said all we wanted to say about chapters 1066 to 1070 of One Piece. Thank you so much for listening, and you can find more of my ramblings and stream VODs over at BitNerd Games on YouTube, or simply BitNerd on BlueSky. And Brandon, where can everyone find you at?
I am Brandon Bovia on BlueSky, talking about anime, manga, games, and my job, we just, I'm excited. I got a lot of stuff. Again, I'm not sure what I can talk about at this point, but, check my social media.
There's a fun announcement coming at some point.
yeah, at some point in the future.
And hey, if you'd like to help us out more, you can support the podcast over at patreon.com/Derrick Bittner. That's DerrickBitner to listen to the next episode ad-free 3 days early, as well as patron-exclusive bonus episodes. And make sure to return next time as we discuss chapters 1071 to 1075 of One Piece. So until then, my friends, bye.
Remember to take life one piece at a time.
There is a figure from the ancient past. One with the same form your captain has now. A god from the old texts.
A god? I'm sorry, Luffy? Stupid incarnate Luffy?